It's working? Can you hear this all right? Yeah. All right, it's very nice to be here again. I'm just doing poetry this time. I usually do poetry and music, but I think the art's music as well. That's why I sing as that. I'm a bit knackered anyway. But I'll give it my best. Hey! Thank you. Okay, this is called If We're Listening. Shh! Shut Keep it down, please. Thank you very much. This is half a smile. I used to see you walking round with half a smile so sweet, sneaking out for sunshine for the people in the street, a fragmentary glimmer of something hard to find, a whisper of a spirit that was generous and kind. I used to see that half of it was all I'd ever see. Then one day passing by, you found the other half for me. Remember how you wore it when we met up once or twice. I wondered if I'd ever see another half as nice. A little bird just told me that you found yourself a man. That's groovy, but I speculate. Wonder if you can. And looking back, I guess I should have known it for a while. Because last week through a window, you gave me half a smile. Half a smile to say, forget whatever's on your mind. Half a smile, that's your lot. I've other fish to fry. Half a smile saying more than full ones ever did. I really thought I'd left behind play acting like a kid. Thanks very much. There was someone on before, I forget her name, but she did a poem about Barbie. Something that she named Barbie, and I was a bit gutted because I've got a poem on a similar subject, because my next poem is called Checkout Girl. And this is about someone that works in one of the pound shops, you know, like the I'm in them all the time. But yeah, I think they're the only kind of businesses that are doing well in this recession, actually. They're essential for service. So yeah, this is about a worker in a pound shop. She's a checkout girl for your bargain buys, sunbed tan and sullen eyes, two fresh hickeys and the company top, working full time in the £1 shop. It's the bargain base of the retail scene. What a great place to bury your dreams. Flogging Rivita and Mr. Sheen. Low fat, low cost, low self-esteem. Does the minimum wage still take the piss? Do the smelly old strangers make you hiss? All day long in a creaky chair with Radio City filling up the air. Checkout girl, are you tired and bored? You dream of a life that could be explored, or maybe you're caught in a comfortable bind. It's the kind of confinement you don't really mind, because a wage is a wage and you're not in a slum. You get enough breaks and they let you chew gum. At least you can pay for a night on the town with your girls once a week. Let your extensions down. Your colleagues are veterans of the shop floor, matriarch maids of the pinafore. Fag-ash nils with the short hairstyles, the sharpest tongues and the warmest smiles, skilled in the art of the filthy quip, with a wink and a wince from an arthritic hip. They'll give you lessons in how to survive if you want to do this for the rest of your life. Mopping up ketchup from the floor, watching real life flash past the door. Low rent, low wage, such a low score. Do you ever say, yo, I'm worth a load more, because they told you in school you were in with a shout, but somehow, somewhere it was all mapped out, that the only thing between you and the dole was a dead-end, deadbeat service role. Checkout girl, have you thought or tried to picture a life that you were denied? If you ever broke out from under strict lights, you'd awake to a world that is yours by rights. Do you love a young lad with an eyebrow scar and a pimple cross who lives with his mom? Do you keep one dream at the back of your mind for a newborn, soft, warm bundle of life? Queuing up to spend their dosh. Those student shoppers sound so posh, but take a lesson from that stock that's filling up your budget shop. Regardless of the brand or name, each one of us is worth the same. No matter where we stack ourselves in class hierarchy, social shelves. Checkout girl, don't be sidelined. You've got a heart, you've got a mind. Before you let this crush your soul, maybe it's time for a new role. Thanks very much. This next poem is called The Butterfly. Butterfly, a dream design, flaunting every colour fine, through fire bright to soft allure, poison deep and crystal pure. Butterfly, exemplify light and life and vital style. A tender sight now, rest a while. Flexing fragile, violet rust, you must trust the breeze. Fighting up a long random run, wingtips skipping flight around with every beat a vital bound. Innocent, a spirit free, essential yet so temporary. Won't be held, never idle, impulse to the boldest vital colours of a confidence that she was born to be. Carries them aloft this time for all the world to see, because the butterfly she hid away. Put her faith in nature's way, weaker than a world at play, built a safer place to stay, put herself together there, broke out fresh to taste the air, wandered at the velvet blue, up where she would start anew. Now she's carving rainbow dreams, silent like a secret, sweeter than rhyme, higher than time, bolder than love, and seeing all from way above. Is she happy? They ask, as she flits past. Said she was fragile, futile, far beneath their lofty schemes. Now she's carving rainbow dreams. Chaos theory tells her wings one beat can make a hurricane, catch the wind and make the best. Dreams are yours to see. Keep on beating, keep on moving. Butterfly, stay free. Thanks very much. Now, looking at this room and looking at most of the rooms I perform to, I'm guessing that quite a lot of you probably live in some kind of shared accommodation or shared flat kind of situation deal. Is that right? Yeah? No? My God, you're all too grown up and sensible.
Bedsit.
Huh?
Bedsit, man.
Bedsit. Cool.
No.
Well, if anyone's ever lived in a shared rented property, you'll know that it can get quite political at times. And this next poem relates to that. A few months ago, I was living in this place, a few years ago actually, and I suddenly found out that I was living with a Daily Mail reader. It was quite traumatic at the time, you know, it was such a shock, so all I could do was pick up the pen and start writing. So this is called What Do You Do When You Find Out One of Your Housemates Reads the Daily Mail? What do you do when you find out one of your housemates reads the Daily Mail? It happened on a Sunday when I was feeling frail. I'd just emerged from sleeping off 11 pints of ale. I wasn't quite prepared to get a shock on such a scale. I left my room at 10:30, distinctly bleary-eyed, then surveyed the living room to find a TV guide. I looked in the direction of a sofa-seated friend who handed me a copy of the supplement, Weekend. What do you do when you find out when your housemates reads the Daily Mail? I couldn't quite believe it. Shock on such a scale. This place, it stinks of incense smoke. We both play the guitar. The kitchen's like a rubbish tip. No one's got a car. You'll understand why I'd assumed that I was on safe ground. But never get complacent in the flat share that you found. I'm thinking back to situations not so long ago when certain views had been expressed and I just let them go. And now I start to wonder where I stand amongst my chums. If cornflake conversation turns to crime or single mums, I'm not saying he's a fascist. I don't want to make a fuss, but in certain circumstances it simply is them and us. They called for new asylum laws to lock up refugees while running a campaign for General Pinochet's release. They named the Lawrence murderers and readership increased, but still they never criticise the Metropolitan Police. They side with greedy bosses over workers every time. They're looking out for scapegoats and their morals in decline if it wasn't for gay parents or other scum like them. Then Britain would be great and we could rule the world again. I've gone to trusted confidence and told my sorry tale. I pondered this predicament, alas to no avail, and if I met an oracle from some old Grecian tale, I'd say, what do you do when you find out one of your flatmates reads the Daily Mail? Now, I don't pay my rent on time yet. I know that's the case. And hey, my room's in quite a mess. In fact, it's a disgrace. And okay, sometimes I make a noise at night when I'm coming off my face, but look, I don't condemn people. Maybe that's my saving grace. I have to make the point that though the paper makes me pissed, I fervently believe that we all have to coexist. I struck a blow for tolerance while standing in my socks, when I resolved to say fuck all and see what's on the box. Yeah! Thank you so much. The next poem I'm going to do is kind of in the spirit of this event. It's relating to somebody that I know who is he's a DJ, but he's also like a gay rights campaigner. So this is my tribute to him, and it's called Why Can't I Be You? Sweet and tender Maverick, why can't I be you? Moving like Mercury and telling it true. You make the sweetest sense of this contemporary goo. Got me daydreaming about 1982. The start of an era, fresher than cream, before the debasing of indie pop's dream. Governments would tremble at the power of the pen, and culture had the guts to rip it up and start again. Sweet and tender Maverick in postmodern dress, a transient culture, transgender, transgress, a queer revolution where courage is kind, circus of sin, dance floor of the mind. Put out a message, passion loves crime. Look out at night on the city skyline. 2000 party over out of time. You make me want to do something that makes a headline and shake up the age of the same old new, where credit is the opium blurring our view. Now everyone's got everything and no one's got a clue. Blackberry, Burberry, better than you. And all of the cliches like rock and roll excess aren't a solution in the 21st mess. Corporate vultures have stolen our gold. The diamonds like Cobain got snapped up and sold. That's why I look out for the freaks unseen, the mystic misfits daring to dream, the maverick minds that shake the machine in their way every day when they say what they mean. Maverick mister, you're proud of your place. You soar in a jet plane, packing Kiss Chase with the Silver Surfer and Ace of Base in the holy deep blue at the edge of space. Riot Girl Nation, Future Boy, street demonstration, Afro Joy. Stop on the high street and give me a clue. I still want to know where I can't be you. I get a bit high doing that. So much breath coming in and out of me. The next poem is called Sister Midnight, and it makes me think when I sometimes go out that the people that are taking things to excess most, you know, the people that are rolling in their vomit in the gutter, are possibly the ones doing the most responsible jobs, like during the week, because they're de-stressing at the end of the day, you know. So this one is also dedicated to my mum, because she used to be a casualty nurse. And this is called Sister Midnight. painting those nails, glossy and black, a little black dress with a low-cut back, swigging on vodka, filtered tips, out for the mirror, your blood-red lips, smudge those eyes like a faraway tramp, 4-inch heels, you're a fishnet vamp, out of the taxi, a diva no doubt, Paradise City, you better watch out, Sister Midnight, it's your song, Sister Midnight, the game is on. Meet your girls at a metalhead's hole, a jukebox pumping out Sneeze rock and roll. Tattooed aliens are up for the crack, Slipknot and Sabbath with cider and black. Into the club, throwing shapes at the night, sipping JD under flashing red light. Shout the new gossip, jump to your song, and live in the moment all night long. Sister Midnight! Woohoo! Sister Midnight and the crew. Another white line. We'll give you a lift. All week long you've been working the night shift, 8 p.m. sharp, and you're there on the ward. The casualty nurse will never get bored, but you get no rest in the sterilised light. And things get wild in the heat of the night. All the attitude shit drives you round the bend, and you just keep thinking about next weekend, next weekend, next weekend, next weekend in the dry ice delirium, base overload where the simmering citizens go to explode. At the hate of the heavy, at the lift of the loud, I found a new face at the heart of the crowd, with candy floss hair just as sweet as it gets, and a tongue tasting grey like sin cigarettes. The pulse speed pumps and we do as we please. In a half-light haven, she slips to her knees. Sister Midnight, isn't it funny how we have loosed ourselves so, just to get ourselves free? Hey, remember the night you went so overboard, ended up on a trolley, you're on board. Sister Midnight, Queen of the Swingers. Sister Midnight. How many fingers? Well, they put in a drip and they punch you out, and some hours later you chuckled about how folks call you Angel, the nightingale nurse at the end of the day. You know better, no worse than the people outside trying to pay all the bills, but you're dealing with shit that most never will. They pump you, you patch them back up, you send them back out for another big bruising, bothersome bout with bludgeon reality. Call it this life, the slam and the rush and the shock and the strife, the thrill of the chase and the glittering prize, the race to the top and the risk in your life, and all the headlong people in a head-rush town. They throw it all off when the sun goes down, and Sister Midnight, the wild one, Sister Midnight, clocks on. I know things are overrunning, so I'm going to make this my final poem. And this one is inspired by the idea that chocolate apparently stimulates the same parts of your brain that sex does. So I came up with this poem. This is Careless Whisper. Full of Eastern promise, you were silkily sublime. I was just a drifter, and I didn't have a dime. Feeling rather flaky, I asked you for a date. Luckily you said, okay, I'll meet you after 8. It was such a trendy place, the biggest ever bar. Every single reveller was looking like a star. Turned up looking precious, gave me such a twirl. And when I saw those knickers, you had to be my girl. The topic of discussion was neither there nor here. After half an hour, I heard you whisper in my ear. Is there any reason for us to even stay? I took you back to my place. We went the Milky Way. I dream about you constantly through work and rest and play. I couldn't stand to let you go away for half a day. We had a secret recipe for sensual success, but in each other's pockets we became a sticky mess. See, you may like the wrapper, but what lies underneath? I thought you were a fondant, but you nearly broke my teeth. You looked so very precious. I thought you were all gold. It took me time to realize that you were just plain cold. I never took time out to work out just what made you tick. I realised I'd had enough. You made me feel sick. A thin veneer of confidence was jettisoned that day, like silver paper crumpled up and cruelly tossed away. You left me feeling bitter about those heart-shaped lies. You said it all with roses, but never with your eyes. I gave you presents, you were only faking the surprise. She got it. And then you go and take the piss and call me Mr. Fun Size. So, passion-hungry browsers, be careful what you choose, and linger at love's counter, lest you should buy the blues. I got into the healthy stuff, bought myself a wok, and you should see my social diary. It's chock-a-block.